Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the time and I'm going to show you guys how to do an offset, how to measure for it, and how to get over an obstruction. Now, there are many ways to do this by eyesight, but we're going to learn right now how to do it by just using a tape measure and measuring, and we're going to see how we can get over this obstruction. Alright, so first of all, as a disclaimer, this table right here that I'm using for demonstration purposes, it is not square. So if you look, you can see right here, the middle of the table is higher, so I can actually stick, almost this whole Sharpie underneath of it. I'm going to show you guys how to come over this obstruction right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our tape measure and we're going to measure this. Now, I don't recommend this tape measure, but alright, so we have right at about 4 inches right there, as you can see. Now what we'll need to do, and now if you guys, like I said, I've done a video before asking about a cosine chart, how to figure out what degrees equal how many of the multiplier. So we're going to bend this. Most everybody bends on 30 degrees to get over this. Now, there are certain situations why you would use a, 45 or even a 60, so on and so forth, or even a 15 degree. But for the most part, the go-to is always 30 degrees because you do not want to have more than 360 degrees in your pipe on your bends. Now, I personally, this is just my personal recommendation, never go over 270 without putting a pull point in. That's just me because, to me it kind of sucks. The more bends you have, the more degrees you have, the worse it is to pull wire through this. Alright, having said all that, we know we have a 4-inch obstruction. So what we have to do is we have to get this over top. From this point to the top of this is 4 inches. The cosine chart says on a 30-degree bend we have to times it by 2. So 4 times 2 is 8. So what that means is, if you remember from my offset video, I always like to come back like 3 inches. And that's just my rule. It's not any given rule, but that's what I like to do. So we'll come back first 3 inches, and we're going to put a mark. Alright, we'll put a mark at 3 inches. Now, so all this mark right here is representing is where I'm going to be putting the arrow first and foremost. What I'm going to do is I know that it's 4 inches obstruction, and I told you we're going to bend on 30 degrees. Cosine chart reads times 2, so 4 times 2 is 8. So we're going to come back here and we're going to go to the 8 mark. Now I recommend using a pencil, but it's really up to you. All my life I've only used Sharpies and I've really never had an issue with it. Alright, so having said that, we're going to put this back in the bender. We're going to put this mark right here at the arrow, and we're going to bend to 30 degrees. Alright, so as you can see, I have my arrow pretty much right there at my mark. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull down to this 30 degrees. So I want this pipe to be, if this line just kept going to infinity, I want this to be right there with that. So having said that, we're going to pull down to right at 30. So now, as you can see, if this line was to keep going, it would just keep going. Alright, there. Now to me, that is right on the money. Alright, what we have to do now is take the pipe out and flip it around. So what I do, I just slide it down to my mark, and then you just turn it around. Alright, and we're going to sight down this, make sure that there's no dog leg in it. So we want to make sure that when we look down this pipe, that this part right here is not cocked one way or the other. We want it to be complete opposite, 180 degrees. Alright, here we go. We got the line at the arrow. We're going to go down to 30. Alright, and there we go, just like that. Alright, so now what we're going to do is now you see how I got that bow in the table? We'll go ahead and measure. I'm going to have to hold it up just a little bit. I'm sorry about the little bow in the table, but we are right at about 4 1/16. I think I can make that work. Alright, we're going to slide it right on up. Now, as you can see, I have no gap under there, and it's tight on there. So there we go. That's a perfect offset. Just like that. Alright, so there you have it. Pretty cut and dry, really easy to do. Like I said before in the other video, if you're interested in watching that box offset video, I will link it right up here in the card so you can click on it and you can watch it. It's really easy to do. Like I said, guys, if there is something that you guys want to see specifically, whether it be more box offsets, whether it be offsets, whether it be 3-point saddles, 4-point saddles. Now, I plan on doing all those in this series, but I'm letting you know right now that if there's something specific that you guys want to see, like, how to do, anything with conduit, I feel very confident in my work to show you guys exactly what you need to do. I mean, there's nothing in a conduit bend that I don't know how to do. And like I said, I'm not trying to sound like I'm the best there ever was, but I feel very confident with conduit that when you see my work, you know it's mine, because I take very good pride in it. All right, guys, if there's anything else you want to see, make sure you hit that bell button so you can get every notification on all the electrical videos and any other videos that you want to see on my channel, because I got plenty of them. Make sure you hit that subscribe, because very soon I will be installing an under the sink hot water heater, because I'm tired of having the water on and it just keeps coming out cold for it seems like forever, and then boom, all of a sudden it gets hot. Well, I'm going to fix that problem, eliminate me wasting 2 or 3 gallons every single time. Guys, if you like what you see, like and subscribe. God bless, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day, guys.